Welcome to another Quantum Conversation. I'm Loren Gailey, and I invite you to sit back as we enter the quantum realm, that space of the greater part of you. It is your connection to infinite possibilities, infinite potential, and infinite mastery. We are in another episode in this beautiful summit series on energy healing, and I really truly hope that you are feeling fresh and sparkly. Today, we are going into prosperity and abundance consciousness. And so my guest today is a beautiful intuitive healer, energy healer, who is here to help us clear all that no longer serves in our love affair with abundance and prosperity. Tena Cacic is with us, and she is such a beautiful soul, because what we're going to learn today on how we're clearing certain energy patterns is something that she did in her own life. And so she's a walking testimony to this work. And we know that all of us want to be open to fully experience abundance and prosperity. So that means we need to get rid of some crud. And we hope that you enjoyed this activation today through our conversation and a meditation that will clear some negative programming around money. Hi, Tena. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. And I love your words, the love affair with abundance. Oh, it feels so juicy.
Yes, because this is really, I think that's a sticky note. That's worthy of a sticky note, everyone. Write that on a sticky note, because what's happening is so many of us are programmed in a negative way about money or lack consciousness. And so, can you explain how this literally is in our field and it really blocks us from receiving all the abundance that is our birthright?
Thanks for asking. Uh, it's it, it's to talk about mentally talk about abundance and prosperity. I believe it's somehow not full. I love to experience, so I will try to share you, not I will try, I will share you the energy of abundance and prosperity. So I will just describe you energetically and with my words how it feels. And your words, love affair, are the best description of it. You know, when you are in abundance and prosperity field, you feel in love. You feel, it doesn't have to be butterfly, but you feel somehow expansive, like expansion. You are so excited. You're following your excitement. So, how I do my day, I wake up and I do maybe some meditation, maybe some just intention, and ask myself, what would be my highest excitement today? Yes, and that's how my day starts. And doesn't matter if something during the day doesn't go like you mentally want it to go, it doesn't matter because you know you are at the right place at the right time and you are experiencing exactly what you need to experience in that moment so you don't worry. You know, remember that time when you were young, when you were just experiencing the eternal days, you're walking on streets, wood playing with your mates, and you there is no yesterday, there is no tomorrow. It's just you're so engaged in that play, you're in your excitement, and that's how it feels, and it flows. You're inspired and you just do things you have to do and you don't even know that you did it. Oh, wow, I did a lot today. Congratulations. But you didn't feel an effort of doing, master, forcing, fighting, you know, uh, doing your work, doing your business. It's all, I can describe like slow life. The abundance and prosperity feels for me like slow life. You're fully immersed in moment and you just like laying on the waves at the beach, and the sea is just gently nurturing you, cuddling you, and that's it. And imagine doing everything from that energy. So it feels for me like that.
You said the right word there. It feels like that. And so let's talk about what then needs to be cleared, because to get there, to open up to that feeling and that vibration and that calmness, there's so much mental stuff that gets in the way, particularly around money. There's such a charge on it. It's very, fear ridden if there's lack. Can you share a little bit about what happens with that fear? And this is part of what you're working on, is that this is something that needs to get cleared out of our field so that we can open to that feeling of flowing. And that's why it's important, no matter what we're doing, to reach for our joy. Can you share more on this importance of, no matter what you're doing, it's that joy in the moment? It really is the joy in the moment. But then our thoughts and our worries pull us out and yank us out of that. And that's a challenge if someone is not knowing how they're going to pay their bills. So what would you suggest in that instance for people to do, or to practice, or to shift their energy so that they can open to prosperity?
Mhm. So, well, I would share three things. First thing is, no matter in what situation you currently are, you have all what you need in that particular moment. But if you have a definition and negative belief that you are not enough, that the world is scary, the people are just want to rob you, or whatever negative definition that you inherited, you took from your parents, from your raisings. If you watched your parents have stress around money, then you learned that having money is stressful. You believe that having money is stressful. So you don't want to have money because you don't want to feel argument, be in stress. And that's definitions that are contradicting you would like to have, but then you have a contradicting definition that money is source of all evil. Then of course you're a good person. You don't want to be evil. So you would rather choose to stay poor. So that's the second thing, and that definition. And the third thing is, many of us, normal in this society we are raised, so it's collective belief system, and as well, see money as the only one source of abundance. So imagine this: there are at least five sources of abundance, forms of abundance, forms in which abundance can come into your life. But if you are focusing only, in one source, and it should be, you persist, it should be that way, then you're closing at least four doors. But so that's the reason why you stay in like your belief system, your definition and your beliefs, and from your definition and beliefs comes emotions, stories, thoughts, and everything else. So these three things, if I said thing, I hope I did, are major obstacles. So it's all in your hands. Clear your belief system, and how to clear it, how to know where to look at it. If you agree, I can share how to detect your blind spots. Um, just observe what you are experiencing in your reality. Your reality is your mirror. So if you experience people are being angry at you, being rude at you, that means that somewhere you hold the definition that I am not good enough. Or being angry is shameful, is, you totally blocked and hide your angry, hurtful child part, and it cannot be hidden. It pops. Like, that game or something. You are pushing the air from the bag, but it's popped in other side. If you squeeze that bag, it pops somewhere. It has to pop somewhere. It has to come to surface somehow. But the major problem is that we do not want to accept the truth that our outer reality reflects our inner state. But if we take responsibility for our inner state and thus outer reality and clear that, we will experience, I can say, heaven. You will not live in hell. The news won't affect you. The global situation won't affect you. You will have compassion for all people who are suffering, war areas. You will have compassion. You always have your compassion. But you won't, that information won't break you down. It won't hurt you and put you into a negative state.
Ooh, that's really good. That's very, very good. And so this is where we become immaculate viewers, self-observationists of our non-judgmental self-observationists of our reality and taking the responsibility to change it. And I find it so funny that just listening to our words, right? Like money's the root of all evil, like you said, or like those people are rich and feeling bad because someone else has something that we don't. That's part of this, right? And that's all
Yeah.
what needs to be cleaned up and cleared. Before we go deeper into that and a little clearing session that you're going to do, share with us the five forms of abundance. I know you've got a course that goes deeply into this, but what are the five forms of abundance in a nutshell?
hmm So first form we all know, it's money. But then we have gifts. Have you ever experienced someone giving you something? That is also a form of abundance. But it's not giving for the sake of you. So it's not just giving that you should give. That's an old mentality. We learned that we should give. But we learned also that receiving is maybe not so moral. Like it's better to give than to receive. But you know what? When you give something to someone, how do you feel when that person, oh, thank you very much. I just needed that in my life. You're so blessed. You feel expansive. You want to give more. So giving and receiving is very important because you are making happy that person by your um, gratitude because that person gave you that. And one more thing, if you give from your heart, then it's totally different story. You don't expect anything. You're not connected to an outcome. And without expectations that someone will return that to you, life is fully, fully uh, free. You feel fully free in your life. So that is gift. And money giving. So we have also inspiration. Let's say you have a great idea, you are inspired to write a story. And it doesn't matter what will happen with that story. You were excited in the moment of writing it, and you because you followed your highest joy. And then when you do something from that energy, it comes to fruition. So your imagination can bring you prosperity, can bring you money, can bring you the solution for, let's say, problem you had. Yeah. So third is imagination. And then we have trade. I have, let's say, a friend who is doing a massage. She's a massage therapist. I do energy clearing. So we trade sessions. It's also for form of abundance. And I just want to mention one more. It's synchronicity. Uh, Synchronicity tells you that you are at the right place at the right time. You know, that means that everything what you planned for your life in a soul level, you cannot miss it. And you are synchronistically driven to that meeting that people, opportunity, possibilities are opening through that synchronistic way at all places. So imagine that you block all those, you block trade, you block gifts, you block synchronicity, and you block imagination and inspiration. So you have just money, you know, but you can have it all. And it's such a wonderful, like an ecstasy when, oh, wow, it's all synchronistically arranging. And you're just, oh, wow, cool. Okay, that if something doesn't happen, that probably it's not the right moment. And you're sure that you are playing the script with the major events of your life you planned, you wanted. So you can't miss important appointment. You can't miss important event, important what is important for your soul's evolution. You can't miss it. You are exactly at the right time, at the right place in every single moment in your life. But if you resist it, oh, it shouldn't be like that. You are making it resist. So that's basically 5 forms of abundance. Okay.
That
Hmm.
is so beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. It resonates all with us, and it really illustrates what we need to do to really open our field to it. And so, clearing these abundance forms, clearing the field of negative systems, how long does that take? Um, could it happen rapidly for people? What have you seen, like in your own life? Do you think that once there's the awareness of it, then that's a major portion of the work, and then the rest just is up to us to catch ourselves in those moments, but then it gets easier? Is that how that works? What have you learned about that?
Uh, yes, that's a huge stuff. Is when you realize, oh wow, I choose to believe that money is evil. Okay, so you catch your definitions, and then you uh, clear those negative definitions, because when you bring them in the surface, you see, oh wow, that doesn't make sense. And the reason why people are not willing to let go of a negative belief is that's what I learned through my life experience. That's the latest thing I learned. And I had my own life path, what I learned, that all those healing modalities, and I went through all of that. And through victim game, I learned, I cannot say every, but almost every aspect of a victim game, I can feel, sense that vibration, and immediately the definition pops up. However, when the client experiences it by herself, okay, what are you afraid of will happen if you let go of, let's say, believe that money is root of all evil? What will happen? What are you afraid will happen? And what can people usually say? Oh, wow, my family will. They are greedy. They would love to take all of my money. So there is reason why you are holding that belief. And when you discover that negative belief that's holding you back, and you see that it's nonsensical, because negative beliefs makes you believe that if you question the truth of that negative belief, you will find that it is actually truth, that you are, let's say, not good, that you are evil. But it's better to not confirm that. It's better to say, okay, if I don't question it, I have a little chance that it may not be true. Okay, get it? So you're not willing to question that negative belief. But if you question, okay, what will happen? What is the worst thing that can happen if you let something go? And the worst thing is believe that you will die, that you will commit a suicide, that you will prove yourself that you're the worthless crap, the shameless, the worst of the worst, and that you do not deserve living. But you know what? By definition, it's false because are you alive? Do you listening to this call? Do you think that God, source, universe, all that is, would create something and someone that it's useless, that doesn't have worth? Do you believe that God makes mistakes? He created you, you're not worthy. No, God doesn't make mistakes. You wouldn't exist if you were not worthy of existence. That is the truth. And now you're anchoring that in your being. You deserve. You are good. You are not separated. You just created the illusion of separation to explore yourself in the victim game and how it is to be separated. But now the time is to come back to yourself and to be who you are, because the best person you could be, the best job you could do is when you are who you are, a divine being with all your traits and experience and choices. And if you choose to believe that you're not worthy, and you're constantly proving and fighting with God, proving that you're not worthy. You see, I'm not worthy, I'm not worthy. Please. Okay. God say, okay, it's a free will universe. Believe what you choose and make yourself life miserable, or leave that and embrace, stop fighting with God and embrace the truth that you are worthy just because you exist. Hmm.
I love it. So that is powerful. And that is why your words are an activation in itself as we listen to that. And so we're going to do a little clearing session for people to experience your healing work. Can you tell us what it is that you're doing with these clearings? We're going to do that, but how does this work that you do really prepare us to open for our abundance?
Mhm. So we cannot experience what we are not the vibration of.
Mm.
If your frequency, let's say, I'm just popping, I'm not a physician, I don't know, don't understand the frequencies. Let's say you're tuning to 40, whatever, and the abundance and prosperity field is like say 60. You can't, you don't know how 60 feels, but you are at 40. But then someone is tuning to, let's say, horror frequency. You're living a life from hell, and because of the negative belief system structure, that's one trick. Negative beliefs they use tricks to trick you to choose them constantly, because if you don't choose them, they would not exist in your field. They will go into wherever they have to go. So, okay, something is releasing now. Yes, the tricks of negative belief systems, they trick you to believe that there is nothing or nothing except darkness, nothing except misery, nothing except this deep shame you want to non-existence, and you cannot see the door toward light. But the truth is that your higher self is all constantly pulsing the light energy. You just have to, okay, open yourself. Okay, what else is possible? I open myself to see different, direction, outcomes. And when you realize it's your choice to believe that life is hell, then you will experience life as hell because you have that choice. God loves you so much that he gave you choice to choose, freedom of choice. And imagine how much someone has to love you to allow you to harm yourself, to allow you to learn from your experience, to learn from whatever you came here to learn. Yeah, that's how much we are loved.
Yes. And so with that, there's a lot of comfort that comes from seeing how if we spend it goes back to even spending money. Some, if we don't have enough money, it's so easy to not want to spend money. But this is very important as well, right? What have you learned from letting money go, letting it, seeing how it goes out into our local economy? And we can't do that if we have that negative belief that there's not enough, I don't have enough. But when we can turn those tables and see how that money is working to the benefit, um, there's so much to clear. There's so
Mm.
many beliefs to clear, like, oh, banks make all the money, or corporations make all the money. So we need to shift our belief systems around that. And so that frequency that you're talking about, can you share more on the frequency of joy of giving? You did allude to it a little bit earlier, but there's something very powerful in that, in being happy as we spend our money.
So let's do first feeling feeling worthless when you give, when you pay something, feeling robbed when you pay something. It is very, so why paying is very good for learning, because when you pay something, you just observe how do you feel, and if you're feeling some like unpleasant intensity, hey, what's that? What would I have to believe that I feel, like I'm losing my value if when I pay? That belief system I discovered into my dad's in some case. He was paying something and he said that he doesn't prefer to pay because he feels that he is losing his own value. So he linked his value to a money, his worth, as much money he has. Okay, so paying in my case helped me when I observed my dad paying, helped me to discover the limiting beliefs. Okay, I won't have enough. And that's good to do. You have to, to go to groceries, pay bills, observe how do you pay. And what I noticed in my experience, I always had some weird nervous feeling when I was doing my taxes. And and when I was crossing the border, like I'm doing something illegal. And that fear I inherited from my dad because there was always anxiety. It was wars and all of stuff that he experienced. So somehow people in uniform, army, yeah, military and police make you feel anxiety. But why? You know, because it may be one case because our parents said, okay, behave. If you don't behave, I will send you to, I will give you to the policeman, frightened kids in such stuff. So that was in my country. So it's, as a consequence, is that you feel anxiety when you see police. So what I'm saying here, you can use when you are paying something, bills, you can use the sensation, your feelings that you feel in your body to detect your own negative beliefs around giving money. And the most common negative definition is that there is not enough for everyone. So if I give someone, there will be not enough for me and for my children, my parents. So there is that's fear-based consciousness, victim gain consciousness, fear-based, scarcity, separation, negativity, there is not enough, all of that stuff, victim gain, victim savior villain. It's old belief system, old paradigm based on fear. And we have another belief system, another field, high vibrational field, that is based on love, on truth. All that is all that is. And there is plenty and enough for every single man, woman, child, animal in this world to have all what our heart desire. I don't mean what we want, I mean what we need. Sometimes what we want is not the same of what we need. And if you're happy to see that when I give to you, I'm giving to myself, I'm sending the information to universe, universe is a boomerang, what you bring in, then what you give, you receive back. Thoughts, beliefs, actions, gifts. So you're receiving what you are giving. And if you're receiving from, oh, I have enough and more than enough, and you feel good, light, if you feel light when you're giving something, that shows you that you're in abundance and prosperity field. But if you feel squeezing, somehow that means that you're in a scarcity field. So you can check it, and you can of course clear and infuse that abundance is and prosperity is my truth. I am abundance. Everything comes from me, from one source, and it's being created. And I know how it's created because all of us know that it's inherited in our DNA. So that's different between
Yes.
giving and receiving. Mhm.
It's really powerful, the giving and receiving. And so here's an interesting, I wouldn't call it dilemma, but here's an interesting situation. We don't want to be, okay, maybe this is something that's coming up to be cleared from this thought form that I'm going to share. Something about, let's talk about reciprocity. So we know that we'd like to give. We like to give unexpectedly for the people who don't expect it. So maybe you give a tip that someone is not even expecting. That money to us doesn't change our life for better or for worse, right? If we share that with someone, but the joy that they get, and then the joy that we get back from seeing their joy, I call that love bombs, right? So that's one thing. Now, if we, what do you think about having to pay attention to takers, those who are always taking? Like if you're in a relationship with friends, there's a general rule of thumb, like here, you buy this time, I'll buy next time, right? That's one thing. What do you do if there's a situation where it's not reciprocated? This is something that we need to not just say, oh, I like spending my money, but there's something there energetically. So if you go, for example, go to lunch with your friend, and you're always buying for your friend, but your friend never pays back.
I
Is
know
that,
that what you,
so you understand my question here? So it's like,
yes,
so there's some,
clearly.
so do we continue to keep on giving, saying, oh,
No,
no,
no, no.
this is where we
It's
got to step
called,
up. Yeah.
yeah, it's called clear communication. If you
Okay.
don't feel right, it's boundaries, setting up your boundaries.
You
If
go.
you don't feel right when, let's say, you paid for two times and the other person wouldn't, you say, and you feel bad, you feel somehow that you've been used. It so always start from you. If you feel negative with that, then communicate that. Said, I don't feel comfortable for paying this one, or you know just pay. So just pay your part. But what I do, I had experience with a friend. I didn't see her for a while, and she was always in trouble. I was in savior role back then, and I learned my lesson well. So she was owning me. She had to give me money. I borrowed her, and she said, "I have money for you. Come." But I couldn't come. Okay, let's meet us in a few days. And we met a few days. She had an injury, her leg injured, but never mind. I came to her place and we drink coffee, and her boyfriend came as well. And she ordered coffee, and she And she later said to me, okay, and I said to me, okay, do you plan to give me back my money? Oh, I don't have it. Okay, do you have to pay your coffee? No. And I said, you know what? It's not okay from your side that you didn't tell me that you don't have money and you don't have money for your coffee. Okay, I will pay you now, and that's it. So she stepped out from my life. I'm not so connected with her like before, because I see her as totally perfectly capable of taking care of herself. And I know, I help her to the point it was, let's say, I was in the savior role. But if you are constantly helping someone and you don't receive, it's just, I don't need that in my life. So it is very important to communicate clearly. And before we go, let's say in some trip or something, we say, okay, this costs like this. So let's say I celebrate birthday with friends. Okay, I will pay this and this, and all the rest you pay. So clear communication is very important. If someone is your good friend, he or she will understand and will support you. They won't say they won't have a thought that they wouldn't pay you, you know. But it is very important to say that because you are standing in your power. It is very, very important to say, I don't prefer this way of hanging, or visiting restaurants.
Yes, thank you for that. Really, thank you. That's really important because I can see where, we just want to give and give, but if it's not being reciprocated, then those healthy boundaries need to be established. And you said it with communication. Awesome. Thank you. All right. So here we go. You're going to be doing, we're gonna put this meditation on. Do you want to say anything about this meditation, what people should do, how they should prepare to receive it?
Just relax, find the most comfortable position, and allow yourself to all these negative beliefs and definitions and these limitations around you and money to come to surface. So you became aware of it and you just let it go. And the whole field is included from all time, spaces, dimensions, realities, no matter if you listen, when and where you listen to that. Just relax. You can set your intention. What do you want to release? What do you want to receive? And by the way, your intention is actually the most important. You can put your intention for the day before going into the day, because it is your intention, and the energies are working your toward what you need, what your fields need. So just relax and allow yourself to clear limiting beliefs and conflicting beliefs related to money and prosperity.
All right. Okay, beautiful people. Here we go. Enjoy. Thank you.
Welcome to the clearing around money and prosperity. This clearing is about starting a new relationship with money today. Okay, so just take a deep breath. We're connected to the light. We're remembering we are light. The light of source vibrates in every cell in our body. Every cell, atom, molecule are synchronized and vibrating we, in the frequency of a pure source energy. So we are source, and from this level, we can easily identify, locate, and clear negative beliefs about money. So all relationships with money that came from scarcity mentality, like perceiving money as a villain who tortures us by uh, not suppressing his love toward us. So everything
what is related to relationships and money. Let it be presented now. Just focus on your heart and say, I'm so sorry you are in fight with money. I'm so sorry he is coming and going unpredictably. I'm so sorry there is always drama in your life related to money. I'm so sorry you learned that money is the source of fight. I'm so sorry you learned that money is a source of all evil. I'm so sorry you learned that people who have money are rotten and greedy. I'm so sorry you want to have money, but you don't want to have money. I'm so sorry you don't want to have money because if you have it, it will mean that you're rotten and dirty. I'm so sorry you choose to believe that money is rotten and dirty. Okay, now repeat after me. I recognize that I choose to believe that money is rotten and dirty. Okay, cool. So now we are remembering the truth about money. I recognize that money is good and pure. I recognize that money is good and pure in every cell in my body. Take a deep breath and hold it and repeat in your mind. I recognize that money is good, pure, and useful in every cell in my body. Okay, breathe. I recognize money is necessary for my prosperity and growth in every cell in my body. I recognize money is necessary for my prosperity and growth in every cell in my body. I recognize it is safe to be abundant in every cell in my body. I recognize it is safe to receive abundance in every cell in my body. I open my heart to receive abundance. I feel happiness when I receive gift. My happiness is giver's happiness. Mhm. Money brings positive things into my life. I recognize that money brings positive things into my life in every cell in my body. So let's MPA these positive things, this energy of positive things, this pure energy of positive things is not personal. This pure energy of positive things is not personal. This pure energy of positive things is not personal, and I'm willing to experience it. Okay, let's this one. I recognize that the success experience in life brings money and happiness to me in every cell in my body. I recognize that success brings money and happiness to me in every cell in my body. I recognize that success experience bring me money and happiness. The success experience in life brings money and happiness to me and my loved ones. I deserve to prosper and have a lot of money. Okay. I recognize I deserve to prosper and have a lot of money in every cell in my body. I choose to believe that I deserve to prosper. I choose to believe that I deserve to prosper. I recognize there is no value in resisting money. I recognize that resisting money reflects my inner conflict. I recognize my inner conflicts with money. Okay, so all that fight, all that conflicts through all lifetime space realities and all situation and beliefs related to it now being cleared, or vows of agreements cleared, negative beliefs cleared, thoughts cleared, the whole emotion cleared, the whole field cleared. Clear, 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 clear. Okay. I recognize that money is my friend in every cell in my body. Take a deep breath, hold it. I recognize that money is my friend in every cell in my body. I know that success and money are with me here and now. I recognize that success and money are with me here and now. I recognize that success and money are with me here and now. And let's do it one more time. So we are inviting to the highest level all our parents, grandparents, and ancestors from the origins of our families, your personal family, my personal family, all our families who have struggled due to lack of money, okay, to bless us and give us permission to live differently. So our subagreements between them, clear, 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 all their energy out of our field now. Now we see that we agree to have to play the victim game and to live in lack, to believe that we are separated, we are not enough. The truth is, you are enough and valuable just because you are, you exist, and that's quality that you cannot lose. It's your core quality. I recognize I'm worthy because I exist in every cell in my body. Okay, I recognize. Okay, and all our ancestors now recognizing with us that we are divine, we are sovereign, we are free, we deserve abundance, and we are abundant. And we choose experience from abundance and prosperity field. And we are aware of our negative beliefs related to money and abundance in general, and we are diligently identifying, locating, and clearing automatically. Take a deep breath. And now I will introduce you a short process where you can Identify, locate, and clear negative beliefs in general and close the circuit. Okay, when you experience something that makes you feel nervous or hurt or unpleasant emotion, any kind, you will close the circuit by saying this: I feel tired, or whatever you feel. I feel tired because I choose to, and I choose to because I believe it serves me to. I feel tired. I feel tired because I choose to, and I choose to because I believe it serves me to. I feel ashamed related to money. I feel ashamed in relationship with money because I choose to, and I choose to because I believe it serves me to. Okay, and now the second part. Why on earth would I choose this? To feel ashamed in relation with money. What would I have to believe is true in order for me to believe it serves me to feel ashamed in relationship with money? Okay. And now I can explore, and the answer already came. The belief money is shameful. Shame on you. How on earth would you dare to ask for money? Only whores and thieves ask for money. Okay, and you will probably find some mothers or fathers' words or teachers or well, doesn't matter. So I believe, I recognize that I believe that money is shameful. Okay, and now you close the circuit. Okay, and for the last part of this clearing, we are asking our parents, grandparents, and ancestors from the origins of our families who lived in abundance and prosperity to inspire us. Energizing our clearing, our intention to live in abundance and prosperity, feel immersed in energy, in the sea of prosperity in all forms, in the form of time, free time, lots of abundance of free time, abundance of freedom in general, abundance of beauty treatments, abundance of work that is actually play. We are playing, we are not working, abundance of money, abundance of our core vibration. We all have unique core vibration. Okay, now energizing all our core vibration to be who they meant to be. I am who I came here to be. Okay, and grounding. Anything that prevents us to tune into that reality being cleared. Have a great day.
Thank you for that beautiful clearing process. I love it. And I truly hope that everyone is feeling the benefits of it. More will be revealed as you journey through your day and your weeks because of this activation and this meditative clearing in this moment. Tena, any comments that you'd like to share about this?
Well, I like to share that you are just opening yourself to all forms of abundance because that information, those clearings are being now in your field. You can sense the frequency of prosperity and abundance. You can feel it. You can feel it. And you remember that you always knew it. It's in you. It's who you are. You are prosperity. You are divine. You are abundance. That is your true nature. You are indestructible in your core. And now all that very strong and potent prosperity in abundance field is waving through your bodies, and you will see what will happen in your life.
Yes, you will witness it. I love it. And so, because we have that sense of that frequency, the abundance frequency, I want to call on everyone who's watching and listening to this to use it, to claim it, to hold this frequency in all forms as you go about your day-to-day business. When you log on to your bank account, feel this frequency, feel this frequency of abundance, no matter what you see in your bank account. And Tena, I just want to share, there's money games that will raise our vibration to bring us back to this frequency. And one is, what if we had an extra zero in our bank account? Just imagine an extra zero in our bank account. When we do that, things will shift. That seems like a pie in the sky fantasy, but with what you did here today on our belief system, if we can use that frequency of abundance in the way that we move on the planet, the way that we, before we check into our bank account and we see that we're abundant no matter what we see, things will change. I don't know how that happens on a logistic level, but on a frequency level, it's responding to our frequency. The universe, the universal frequency of abundance is giving us abundance. Can you speak on that a little?
Well, first, you can check your bank account, and if you experience maybe a resistance, maybe squeezing, take that and go to see your belief system. What you believe that creates that feeling. And then you can use this process. I have lots of processes, but this is I love lately. I recognize anxiety when I check my bank account. Okay, and then you ask yourself, why am I anxiety? Why I feel anxiety? I recognize that I'm scared that I will lose everything. Okay, so you can deepen it and say, I choose to believe that I don't have enough. I choose to believe that my bank account will never have 1 0 more on, that's what I learned through my own process. Some people are in, let's say, hell. Yeah. So it's when you look, when I back then looked my apartment, my bank account, I didn't feel prosperity. I didn't feel bliss. I didn't feel happiness. And no, and I try, yes, you're abundant, you're prosperous, but it felt so fake, like I'm lying to myself. And I use that, I use the first, it was compassion creep process. I'm so sorry you feel poor. I'm so sorry you believe you're poor. I'm so sorry your bank account is so miserable. I'm so sorry you are miserable like your bank account. So just give yourself compassion for everything that pops. And when you clear that, when you open your bank account once again to check, oh, wow, it's different now. Wow. And oh, wow, I'm grateful for my bank account having more and more zeros. I'm aware that my reality, my bank account is the reflection of my inner state, my inner belief system. And at some point you are divine at highest level, but here in a 3D, we can feel anything that we feel, and we thus use it to clear that and to change belief system. And when we change belief system, it reflects back to us in the form of money, gifts, any these forms of prosperity, and it's wonderful. So it is good to, oh wow, imagine 1 0. However, if you are not in that state, if you fell down, if you feel weighted by the situation, then give yourself compassion for in a third person. It's that the process is, I'm so sorry you feel like that. I'm so sorry your parents were poor. I'm so sorry you never knew to handle your money. I'm so sorry you always spend more than you can earn, whatever pops in your mind. And when you clear that, and then when you feel at ease, then okay, just tune into it. My bank account is have one more zero, and zero is just, and at some point you will be totally out of that money system and out of that, because you will know, you will embody the known that you have always exactly what you need when you need it. And you can prove to yourself when you look back at your life. When I look back at my life, I didn't have money, but somehow money came for, let's say, that course of energy clearing course, spiritual acceleration, and I get a scholarship, and many form of abundance supported me. So you are always supported.
I love that. That feels so wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. Your clearing process is the epitome of self-compassion. It's like as we can, and that's why it works, that self-compassion for ourselves, forgiving ourselves for feeling that way, for having that belief system. And so that is the importance of this work and the power of this work. So it really is beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing this. And again, folks can go back and listen to that clearing anytime. But there's something very special coming up. We invite everyone to join us. Tena is going to be holding workshops, and these are workshops, 4 of them, where you can go very deep in this clearing process on different levels, different themes, so that we can really get to the root of negative belief systems that keep you from abundance and prosperity. So, Tena, I'm going to invite you to talk more about these programs here. And everyone, as she's doing that, scroll down on this webpage or click the link in the description box where you're watching this video and learn about this wonderful opportunity. You will shift, you will clear, and this is once and for all. Are you ready to raise your money vibration? Tena, share with us this course and what it involves.
Mm-hmm. So it's a clearing and energy clearing and learning program that has 4 live modules. It starts 10th of September, and first session is about unlocking doors to all forms of abundance. So we will clear negative beliefs and definitions that create resistance or invalidation of other forms of abundance, trade, gift, synchronicity and inspiration and imagination. So if it's, you receive gifts, it's nothing. It is form of abundance, and if we want more, we should be grateful for what we receive, for what we have, for the gratefulness is very important. And we will clear also anything that slows down the process of aligning with the abundance and prosperity field, and that is insistence to certain outcomes. That creates huge block. So if you rather keep insisting, I should win the lottery, it should come from that. If you're insisting, you are resisting prosperity and abundance. So we are clearing that. And resistance toward doing what you currently do. Okay, that's also very important. Many of us were stuck or are stuck in a job we don't prefer, we don't like. It's pressure. We feel lots of pressure in that work. But the more we feel negative, the more we resist that what we do, we will stay stuck there longer. So we will clear that belief system why you are not willing to let go of feeling negative about situation where you are. So your transformation will start from within. You will change your belief system and the transfer. So it may not transform immediately, but you will feel better at your current workplace, have more space, more synchronicities, maybe your workplace will. So that's what happened to my friend. She was transferred to a department where she had much less to work for the same salary for everything. So you will have something will change definitely in your reality. That's very important. So we are in this first session, we are going to open ourselves to 100% version of abundant life where we gratefully receive all forms of abundance. And we will practice this gratefulness for, oh, wow, great synchronicity. Oh, wow, in that session. And the second session is dedicated to money. We live in a monetary system, so we will clear a relationship to money. And so we will shake up, deconstruct our relationship with money and clarify it and reconstruct it. We will clear confusions in our relationship to money that prevents money from coming in. It's beliefs and definition that contradict one of another. I explained that you want money, but the money source of all evil. That's contradiction. That uh, belief. So it prevents you from having money. And also, we will clear the paradox related to the monetary system. It's a fluctuating value. It's basically emotional stuff. So you won't have to be affected by inflation, deflation. So that stuff. And also very, very important, what we'll clear is believe that if we don't have enough money, then there's nothing we can do. We are stuck. We have nothing to work with. That's a huge one. I can't be painter because I don't have paints, color, that stuff. But actually, you have pencil or you have stick with, stick, and you can draw with your stick. So you don't have to have a lot to do a lot. Okay. So, yes, and we will embody the wisdom that we were created exactly what we need to create more of whatever we need. That's basically how nature works. If you plant a seed, let's say, of being, what can you expect? Nature is constructed from less giving more. We can create more of whatever we need. In the third week, we will clear negative victim and scarcity beliefs. I'm not young enough. I'm too old for starting business or forever. Then, oh, it's too late. I don't have on all of that excuses. It's someone else. It's government. It's not on me. It's from someone else that because of someone else, I'm not, let's say, wealthy or whatever. So we will replace that with self-empowering beliefs, and we will embody the wisdom of power, and that is the greatest expression of power requires the most delicate touch. So if you're worthy, you know that you are good enough, that you are powerful, would you have an urge to express, to prove everyone how powerful you are? No. So we will clear that need for proving yourself that you are worthy, constantly proving everyone else that you deserve. You know how much energy you waste to sustain that belief system and to prove everyone. So imagine that you don't spend your energy on proving anything to anyone. What a freedom. And the last session is about aligning with abundance and prosperity field. So opening to multiple forms of abundance, tuning into state of love and feel how everything good is attracted to us. It will be, clearing forgetfulness and remember to love everything and everyone we come into contact, and to clear anything that doesn't allow us to expand into the life we most prefer. So it will be like a wrap-up session. And we have also bonus.
Yes, thank you for that. That is really powerful. I think after the 4 sessions here, if people still have poverty consciousness, they can retake it again. But this is deep, heavy lifting. This is deep clearing and heavy lifting. But the joy of it is at the end of it, definitely transformation. You do incredible clearing work. And again, even what we did today was very helpful. So give yourself this gift of self-compassion and dive into this inner work. You will love it, and you will love how your life changes and shifts from it. It really is a new earth opportunity to be free of lack consciousness. And so, Tena, the bonus, this is beautiful as well. This is the magical relationships secrets. This is one of your first courses, and you're offering this because it really does help us get out of victimhood. Tell us about this bonus course.
Okay, indeed, that was my first course where I was a guest speaker with what was I was the guest speaker in a Tele Summit, and it will be an exclusive gift for this group, uh, particularly for people who are not well informed with the victim game, victim consciousness we play. So, if you want to dive deeply into victim roles, so victim savior and villain, to learn how they think, how function, to discover them for yourself, and also if you want to go through that course, we have a workbook and tasks. It's like a study course and energy clearing program. Um, you will learn roles in drama game that silently sabotaging your harmony and success in personal and professional relationship. And this program has 4 parts: preparation, clearing victim role, abuser, and savior role. Uh, your journey will start with a victim pattern test. You will test yourself to see yourself if you have a victim patterns in your life. And that program accompanied PDF manual that will help you to recognize and clear resistance to change and to learn about each victim roles. And there you can find the compassion key, self-directed compassion. How can you do that with yourself? So if you want to learn about the victim game, that is, and you're new to it, that's very great to have it. And yeah, the energy clearings are equally powerful no matter when you listen to it. If you're driven to magical relationship secrets program, if you feel, excited, it means that it will create a difference for you because you resonate with it. So if you resonate with something, someone's work, then it has to do something with what you need. So because of that, I offer this like a gift. It's quite old program, and the recordings are. My English is not so fluent like now, but the energies are equally powerful like back then. However, what I noticed, my clearing process shortened a lot. It's 2019. I needed more time to clear something because I, I didn't know what I know now. So, and the energies are now accelerating. If you want to experience live mini one-on-one clearing sessions that we do in live programs, so you can enroll in live program and it has 75 minutes. 15 minutes is educational, or 10 to 15 minutes educational part. Then we have an energy group clearing. And after that, opening it to individual session, to Q&A if you have some intensity, if you struggle with some belief system. So you will receive clearing, and the whole group will benefit because it's synchronistically people are telling and clearing exactly what the majority of group needs to be cleared as well, because we are interconnected. So if you want a live connection and experience live clearing, that's great for you. And you will have time to revisit it and to learn that new clearing processes, to take tests for that victim consciousness, to learn the patterns of a victim, villain, and savior. So if you're guided, this program is for you.
That is wonderful. It's almost a 2-for-1 type program. You get 2 beautiful courses, 8 sessions in all, and that's such a magical opportunity for people. Thank you. And of course, I know people are going to want to work one-on-one with you. So you've got personal sessions as well. You're calling this a trigger release session. And this is where you can zone in on the specific subconscious blocks that someone has. We've seen you do this in our live shows, and it really is helpful, beneficial, and remarkable for people. So personal sessions are available as well in this opportunity. Do you want to add anything more about what happens in those personal sessions, the one-on-ones with you?
It's 40 minutes sessions, and in 40 minutes, we can clear a lot. So we go, it's accelerated. This is accelerated clearing. So we are clearing faster and deeper than ever before. So in 40 minutes, you receive a recording. We follow the energy, tuning into light, and so you say intention, what do you want to receive, what do you want to clear, and then you tune into something that triggered you lately, because those are doors. So we are going there to that emotion, and we are unraveling and exploring the belief system that lays underneath that emotion, that cause that you feel like you feel. It's probably somewhere in childhood, maybe some trauma, and we go there, and maybe we start with the compassion key, to do a long process, and we combine the spiritual acceleration, clearing all these energies that are not you, vows, agreements, black magic with the curses, and all of that stuff. And especially now I'm focused on belief system, because belief system is the foundation. Negative belief system is foundation. And because I learned the tricks of negative beliefs, it's so exciting to pull it out. Wow, do I really choose that? Oh, wow. So it's a deep and it's transformative.
Thank you again. So if you are ready for great transformation, Tena Cacic is a beautiful facilitator for you. And we encourage you to sign up for the personal session. That also does include the option for the courses that she's teaching, the live course, and then the bonus course as well. Tena, thank you for your dedicated work on the planet. Again, I want to say that this is what you've done in your own life, and that is what makes it real and helpful for other people. This is where we can stand in our mastery on New Earth by clearing out all the baggage. Thank you for your work on the subconscious mind and the beautiful healing that you offer all of your clients. As we say goodbye, I want to give you a moment for final thoughts. Thank you.
Thank you very much. My final thoughts is, thank you. You gave me such a joy. I enjoyed this interview, and I hope that all of you enjoy that and just tune into your passion, tune into your joy, and live your life by following your excitement with zero expectation of an outcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We love that. Thank you, everyone. That's another worthy of a sticky note. And we hope that you're taking those notes and feeling and sensing how your life is changing, how your vibration is changing when we do this work. Thank you for all of your bright light and knowing that you and your love is changing our world. Thank you, Tena, as well. Loved it today. And we feel fresh and light and abundant. Thank you so much.
Thank you, dear Lorraine. And by the way, that was the quote of a Bashar. I love him. I listen to him constantly. I'm educating myself constantly. So sending you a big kiss. Thank you.
Thank you, Bashar. All right. Beautiful blessings to everyone. Namaste. Thank you for listening to this quantum conversation, and thank you for dancing with us to the cosmic heart. As we raise our own vibration, we raise the vibration of the planet. This show is dedicated to you and all awakening hearts, as we are here to shine our bright light and amplify our love. I'm Loren Gailey, and from my sacred heart to yours, I honor your magnificent love and light. This has been a presentation of New Earth One Network, your home for New Earth living. Access information, education, and videos on living from the heart in unity consciousness. Visit newearth1.com.